Okay, welcome to Rate My Gadget, and we'll be reviewing the RM Mini3 Universal Remote. It's not a very positive review, and it's probably the only unpositive review you'll get out there, but it's an honest one. So first things first, what's it meant to do? So in essence, all you get with it is this little tube and this charge lead, which is like an Android phone lead, and all it's meant to do is send out an infrared signal to any one of your devices, which you can then control on a mobile phone app. So the idea is that you'd sit this on the shelf where it can see all of your devices like television, DVD player, whatever it may be, and then you can control it from it. Now, that in theory sounds great, but here's where the problem lies. So first things first, you've probably had to buy this from GearBest like myself or someone like that. When it does arrive, the app itself is easy enough to download, but I had real issues with Android getting it working. Unfortunately, it doesn't allow you to connect to a 5 GHz Wi-Fi, and I only managed to get it working on an old Apple phone when I actually told it I was from China rather than from the UK. So that's the first issue. Oh, this is the app itself. So it's already, this is in an Apple phone, but what you've got here is you've got devices. So you eventually clients, right? So if like me, and you're from the UK, you probably don't have an air conditioner and you probably don't have fans and all those kind of things, but you might have, like me. So I've got an amplifier, I've got a BT box, you might have a Sky box, I've got a TV. You want to connect to all of them. So let's just go amplifier. So I've got a Marantz amplifier, so let me search for that. And I've already done this, but this just kind of proves the point. So here we go. Oh, no, Marantz. There you go. So once it's found the Marantz, it says, right, please try multiple taps. So let me put this thing so it's near the Marantz device. If I then hit power, come here. So let me show you. If I hit power, there you go. So that one works with the Marantz. So you go, that works well. Thank you very much. Brilliant. So now, if I go back, cancel all this lot. So here we go. So now I've got my amplifier. Now the problem is all you get is these 8 buttons. If I hit more, you can have some more volume up, volume down, but as you'll see, and this is the problem, and I've reviewed the Harmony remote before, it gives you so limited functionality that if you want to do any more than just change channels, volume up and down, you can't. And although what you can do is you can add a device yourself and get it to learn from the remote, which is fairly easy to do. So you point the remote at the IR, push the volume up, volume down, whatever it may be. But if I do that, so if I add a new button, let's say, the only buttons it gives you, if I go to TV here, so for example, the biggest problem I've had is I have several inputs on my app. So I might have BT, might have Xbox, I might have Wii, Blu-ray player, but the only buttons it gives me are all these ones. So as you can see, it's made more for the American market because all these air condition buttons, whereas there's no button really that I could use for Sky or I could use for Xbox. So much like when you've got your amplifier and you want to change it over to, you know, BT or something, or cable or Xbox, it won't let you do that. Now, if you want, and this is where it depends what your functionality, if you just want something that allows you a simple device like this, it just turns on and off the TV, like my one here, turn it back on, then great, then it works. If you want something that's a bit more, so for example, even with the television, if you wanted to go into the main menu in the guide and to Netflix, it doesn't give you that. So anyway, rant over. If you want something which is for very, very quick, easy connection, so you can just go to your TV, you can go to your BT box, but that's it, you know, you don't want to get deep into any menus or anything, then that's great. The only other limitation with this is it's only infrared. So for example, some media player boxes may only allow you to Bluetooth connect, which this won't do, but some of the Harmony remotes will. The other thing that you can do on this is you can set up scenes. So what that means is if I hit add, you can change a scene, but if I add an appliance and I add TV, it asks me what do I want to do. So I want to turn it on, for example, and then I'm going to add another appliance, and I'm then going to turn my BT box on. So when you run that scene, it goes through this series and it says, right, I'm going to turn the TV on, then the BT box on, for example. So that's quite neat, quite nice, so you can have an individual scene. The other thing which some people really like, and it's mainly American friends, is you can add timers as well. So if I hit add up here, you can add, oh, no, not there. So here we go. From the actual device itself, you can add a timer. What that means is if you add the timer, you can say, right, at this time, I'm going to be turning it on. I might want it to happen every day, working days, whatever. To be honest, if you live in the UK and you don't live in a hot climate and climate change hasn't kicked in, you haven't got an air conditioner, you haven't got a pool, then you're not going to turn on a heater or an air conditioner on a regular basis. However, if you look at all the reviews, Americans absolutely love it because they can put this up, point it towards an air conditioner, and it means it only comes on at certain times of the day. Whereas in the UK, I can't really see, unless you're flush with cash and you've got all these gizmos, why you would need a timer to turn something on and off. Maybe it's just me. That's it. Personally, I think although this is cheap, you get what you pay for. It gives you very, very basic functionality. It will, for any infrared remote, you can train it, which takes a little bit of a while, pointing the remote that you've got at it and it will learn the buttons. But if you want to use it for, say, like an AV amplifier, or you want to start getting deep into menus, like using it for Netflix or Amazon Prime, maybe through a media player or something like that, then you're going to get very limited. I personally find that my Harmony remote is far better, and there's a review for that if you'd like to see it. Anyway, I hope that's helped. Please please subscribe. The link for this is down at the bottom if you want, but to be honest, I'll be putting it on my eBay page as well. Okay,